Once upon a time in the quiet town of Willow Creek, there was an old neighbor named Mrs. Thompson. She lived in a run-down house at the end of the street, surrounded by overgrown bushes and twisted trees. People said she was a recluse, rarely seen outside, and strange rumors circulated about her. A group of curious kids, including Jenny, Alex, and their friends, decided to investigate the mystery of Mrs. Thompson. One gloomy evening, they gathered near her spooky house, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The air felt thick with anticipation as they approached the creaking front gate. Jenny, the brave leader of the group, mustered up the courage to knock on Mrs. Thompson's door. To their surprise, it slowly opened on its own, revealing a dark corridor inside. The kids exchanged nervous glances, but couldn't resist the urge to step inside. The house was dimly lit, with faded wallpaper peeling off the walls. As they explored, strange sounds echoed through the empty rooms. The friends stumbled upon an old photo album filled with pictures of Mrs. Thompson from decades ago. She looked happy, surrounded by family and friends, but the current state of her house told a different story. As they ventured deeper, the temperature dropped and the air grew colder. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed through the hallways, whispering their names. The friends froze, their flashlights trembling. They followed the eerie voice to a dusty, forgotten room where an ancient rocking chair swayed on its own. Terrified but determined, the kids continued their exploration. In the attic, they discovered a locked chest covered in cobwebs. With a creaking sound, they managed to open it, revealing a collection of old letters. The letters told a heartbreaking story of lost love, betrayal, and a family torn apart by tragedy. As the friends read the letters, the atmosphere in the house became heavier. Shadows danced on the walls, and a chilling wind swept through the rooms. The friends felt an invisible presence watching them, and the whispers grew louder, pleading for understanding and forgiveness. Suddenly, a ghostly figure appeared before them, the spirit of Mrs. Thompson's long-lost daughter. She spoke of a curse that bound her family and trapped her mother in a cycle of loneliness. The friends, moved by compassion, vowed to help break the curse and bring peace to the tormented soul. With a burst of ethereal light, the ghostly figure disappeared, leaving behind a feeling of both sadness and relief. The friends rushed out of the house, determined to uncover the truth and free Mrs. Thompson from the haunting past that had held her captive for so long. From that day forward, the kids visited Mrs. Thompson, offering companionship and understanding. Slowly, the darkness that shrouded her house began to lift, and the whispers faded away. The old neighbor, once feared and misunderstood, found solace in the company of new friends, and the town of Willow Creek learned that sometimes compassion can dispel the most haunting of mysteries.